energy. There's distance between you and the person you're dealing with. Someone's isolated themselves or just completely ghosted, okay? Could be you, could be the person you're dealing with. But there's someone here who's completely pulled away from this relationship, okay? Doing a lot of overthinking and a lot of analyzing about what, when, where, how, why, okay? Someone's doing a lot of thinking. Someone's in like a deep thought process is what I'm getting. In the past, with the Two of Pentacles in reverse, I think you were trying to find a balance in your love life, okay? Or you were trying to balance between two people, two situations, whatever. There was a lot of indecision also. But maybe with the Two of Pentacles in reverse, I feel that you did drop one thing in the past, okay? Or this was just you probably trying to juggle the situation. Could be anything. But yeah, there was a decision made in the past. In the current situation, we see the Eight of Swords here in reverse, okay? So I feel that there is a situation that you were stuck in, you've got yourself out of it. Could be a situation that was more into your head, okay? Not even could be, it is a situation because the Eight of Swords is a thought energy. It's a thought process where you feel you can't get rid of that person's thoughts or can't get rid of the situation that you're stuck in. But you definitely can because it's all in your thoughts, okay? You have a lot more options in life, or you just can do a lot more and only you're the one who can do it, okay? But yeah, this is you cutting your, I was going to say cutting your hands. Untying yourself, cutting the rope that you feel tied and bound to, okay, and releasing yourself from that situation. So yeah, you got out of your head, you came back to your senses and released yourself from a situation that you felt was very restrictive. In the near future, you'll be experiencing a lot of disappointment. The Seven of Pentacles in reverse is, I'm getting almost like there could be a relationship that you've invested a lot in, okay, and you could be expecting a lot. You could be expecting and waiting for it to grow because you put in all your investments, your affection, your emotions, your energy in waiting for it to grow. You could have waited for this relationship for a very long time to come to fruition, okay? But I don't see that happening as yet in the near future, okay? Because this is the card of a lot of disappointment or something that turns out to be a disappointment over and over and over again, okay? What you're doing right now is the Empress here, okay, that's you, Libra, Taurus. So, I think this is a lot of self-love. I think you're focusing on yourself, you're focusing on your growth, your expansion, and you're putting yourself first, you're putting your needs first before anyone else. This is someone probably even going to the gym, taking care of her body, taking care of herself, someone who's amazing in every aspect of her life, a very loving and very nurturing energy. But I'm feeling that Libra, you're choosing to give all this energy to yourself, okay? What's coming in your environment that you don't see is the Sun here. So yeah, you have clarity and you have happiness, optimism coming in towards you, okay? This could be some good news, this could be clarity on something that you are not sure about, okay? But yeah, there is a lot of happiness coming in towards you, okay? So be ready for that. Illumination is also what I'd say. But in your emotions, I think you're holding back from communication. Or, I'm getting, even when this comes in, right, I don't think you're going to be in a hurry. I don't think you're going to rush into this. This is the energy of someone who's holding back. Okay, someone who's either not ready to jump and to have a conversation about something or jump into something with two legs. This is someone who's holding back either because they're not sure if they want to or they're just waiting for the right time, okay? But I'm feeling you holding back a lot of communication, okay? Because right now I'm feeling that you're choosing yourself. You're choosing to give yourself. Libra, I think this is all about you. I'm getting all about you. The Hermit, the Empress, I think this is you. Could be. The likely outcome we have is the Nine of Pentacles, self-worth, self-value, okay? You could be doing very, very well in your money. This is a lot of money too, okay? Stability, security, okay? But everything on your own. This is someone who likes to be the attention seeker, who likes to be the, someone who has a very, this is someone who really fears losing their independence also at the same time, okay? So yeah, but this is someone who realizes their worth, value, etc., okay? The cards look pretty nice to me. Let's see. Okay. Why is the Hermit here the overall energy for Libra? Oh, we have 10 of Wands in reverse. You could have let go of a relationship or a situation that was overburdening you, okay? This is releasing a burdensome situation. There could have been a relationship or you were holding the entire weight of the relationship on your shoulders and you finally were ready to let it go. Three of Pentacles. See, there could be a third-party situation, doesn't have to be, but it definitely had to do with a situation where probably you guys were not being able to come together, okay? or there was just some third person who was constantly trying to influence your connection. It could also be that you let the situation go and now your complete focus is on yourself, on building for yourself, being more committed to yourself. Okay. What is the Two of Pentacles in reverse? Eight of Cups. So in the past, I'm feeling that there was someone who couldn't walk away, or you were just indecisive, or you were lacking balance in a situation because you couldn't walk away. You were very invested into a relationship or a connection, or this was someone who couldn't walk away from a situation, okay, only because they were very indecisive, okay, neither they were in the relationship nor were they out of the relationship, okay, someone very midway. But yeah, someone couldn't walk away in the past, okay, because this is someone who was very, very invested, or this was someone in the past who came back to you, okay, someone who tried to walk away from you, they weren't successful and they came back. What is the Two of Pentacles in reverse? Two of Pentacles in reverse, clarified by the Two of Pentacles. So much juggling. I'm getting literally that you were literally in two minds. You were torn apart. We have the Two of Pentacles in reverse with the Two of Pentacles, okay? This is back and forth, back and forth, back and forth constantly, and this is where you are stuck. You know you had to move on from a situation that didn't serve you, that didn't make you happy, but you weren't able to because one second you wanted to drop it and move on, and the other second you wanted to still try and balance the situation. That's what I'm getting in the past. Why is this Eight of Swords in reverse in the current situation? Guys, if this hasn't yet come in, remember this is all predictive, so it's probably coming into the current situation, okay? So if you haven't experienced this, it probably will come in now. Why is the Eight of Swords in reverse here? You've released yourself from a situation, and I guess that's, you finally made a choice of walking away. What is the Eight of Swords in reverse? You release yourself from a situation that was emotionally very, very draining. I'm almost getting a relationship that once made you very, very happy, okay? With the Ten of Cups here. But it's in the reverse. So yeah, you let go of a situation that no longer served you, no longer made you happy, or something that no longer gave you that emotional satisfaction that it did in the past, okay? That could have been family involved, kids involved, or even parents involved, okay? Anyone. But there could have been someone where there could have been a home and work conflict also, or there could have been a lot of home conflict also, okay? This could be ending a long-term relationship or a marriage, okay? But yeah, you definitely release yourself from a situation that you were stuck in and you were just not happy about it. What is this Eight of Swords in reverse? Yeah, you made a final call with the Judgment here. Yeah, and with the Fool here, I think you were ready to take a risk. You were ready to move forward. I'm getting that you could have got a lot of signs from the universe, okay, that this is not the right direction, or you need to leave, or you need to make a move, okay, like they say, right, if you don't like where you are, move, you're not a tree, right? And that's something that you were, the universe was constantly signaling you about it, but you were constantly juggling, trying to see maybe you can still work it out, maybe you can still balance the situation. And I think you finally, in the current situation, you finally gave up, okay? And I think that was quite an assertive and a final call, okay? The Judgment are very, very difficult decisions to make. And I think you finally took a risk and a leap of faith, okay? And I think you are moving towards something new. Trying to take a leap of faith and trying to take a risk and see what happens if you let go of this relationship or marriage. What is the Seven of Pentacles in reverse in the near future? Why is this in the reverse? Why is the Seven of Pentacles in reverse? The High Priestess in reverse. You could have felt very lonely in this relationship, okay? Or something could have come up to the surface, okay? There could have been some information that came to the surface, okay? Because of which there was a lack of forward movement, things were not successful, there was a failure, okay? What is this High Priestess in reverse? So yeah, there could have been some situation. Yeah, see, the High Priestess in reverse is either someone who has a very hard time trusting their intuition, okay, and they're using their logic, they're choosing their logic over their intuition. Or there could have been someone who was keeping quiet for a very long time, and finally they opened their mouth. Okay, this is a lot of talking, finally opening up, ready to talk. Okay, and with the Nine of Cups in reverse here, I think whatever the situation was, right, that you opened up about, that could have been something that was very disappointing, and at the same time it left you emotionally very, very drained. We have the Nine of Cups and the Ten of Cups. Okay, so not only was this relationship a wish fulfillment, I mean, but at the same time it was draining you out, and probably this time you didn't trust your intuition and you trust your logic, and you just moved on. What is the Empress here? I'm getting a lot of, I'm going to take care of myself first, I'm getting a lot of where you're putting yourself first, Libra. Okay, because I'm getting, again, you could have tried a lot to make this relationship work in the past, okay, but you finally felt so stuck in it, okay, you felt trapped, restricted, and you released it. You released this relationship or situation. However, in the near future, right, I'm getting that with the Judgment here. It can also mean with the Judgment here that there is a second chance coming up for you, okay? Or either there's somebody who's wanting to get a reconciliation. Either this is the final decision that you're making right now, or that you have made, okay, in the current situation of letting this relationship go. Or this could be, the Judgment could be a second chance, okay, that's coming around. But in the near future, it's going to be, again, very, very disappointing, okay, because you trusted your logic instead of your intuition. Again, all it's going to do is drain you out emotionally. So I'm getting, if you are wanting to give something a second chance, trust your intuition. Trust your intuition, because in the near future, it says that something's going to turn out to be a very big disappointment, and it has continued to be a disappointing situation in the past, okay? And that's only because you trusted your logic over your intuition. Maybe your intuition asked you not to do it and you still did it. And it's feeling you out emotionally drained. What is the Empress? What is with you guys? Why so much contradictory energies? What the fuck? The Empress clarified by the Empress in reverse. Lovers here. So yeah, that's a difficult choice that you need to make. See, I'm thinking you're still giving this person a second chance, or giving this entire relationship a second chance, okay? Because with the Lovers here, the Lovers is a very, very difficult, tough choice to make, okay? It could be between two lovers, between two people, but this is a very significant, life-changing decision. I get it. That's exactly why you've been trying to juggle constantly, okay? Could be wanting to choose between two people, could be between a situation of whether you want to continue this and move forward, or you completely want to back out. And I think you're constantly going back and forth. But the Empress and the Empress in reverse here, okay? It's completely contradictory, right? One moment you want to grow, one moment you don't. You know what I'm getting here? I'm getting that you are very, very, right now what you're doing is that you're very, very secure, okay? You're very secure, you're feeling very abundant, but at the same time, and then you have everything that it takes to be successful, to be abundant, okay? To be on your own, to be self-reliant. But I think subconsciously, even though you have everything, you still feel that lack. You still feel that sense of codependency on the situation or person. There could be kids involved here because I see the Ten of Cups here. So maybe it could be a person, someone who you have kids with, okay? Because I see a family card here, okay? Or this is just someone that you just can't get rid of, right? I don't see the devil energy here, but yeah, that's what I'm getting. What is the Empress and the Empress in reverse? Give me one card, please. What is the Empress and Empress in reverse? Why is this here? Knight of Cups. You want to follow your heart. I think this is what you're torn between. 1 second, you want to be on your own. You want to grow on your own. But the second you get a little codependent. You get a little insecure. You really, really want this person. You get a little clingy and needy. Only because with the Knight of Cups, you want to follow your heart. You want to open up to this person. But with the World here, there could have been things that have ended between you guys, okay? Or you want to start a brand new cycle with this person. Why is the Sun here in your environment? Why is the Sun here? 3 of Swords in reverse. Give me one more card. What is the Sun here? 8 of Wands in reverse. I'm getting someone's mind time. Three of Swords in reverse with the Eight of Wands in reverse. Someone's coming in with a reconciliation. Someone's wanting to heal this situation, okay? But with the Eight of Wands in reverse here, I'm feeling this is someone who's either trying to buy time or just the progress is going to be very, very slow. I'm getting you will get the clarity that you want. You will get the clarity that you want for sure. Okay, if things were in the dark, you will get the clarity that you want. Someone's coming in to heal the connection, okay? Or someone's just wanting to, it could be two ways. Either this is someone who's coming in to heal the connection, or they're coming in to forgive, forget, and move on, okay? It can be anything, alright? But with the Eight of Wands in reverse, I feel it's going to be a very, very, very slow moving progress. Very slow moving progress. Not as fast as you expected. What is the Knight of Swords in reverse? Why is this in your emotions, Libra? What is the Knight of Swords in reverse? Yeah, you're holding back because you've already lost faith and hope in this connection, okay? You don't know if things are going to work out anymore. But Libra, let me tell you something, the Star in reverse is good. It's not as bad as you think it is with the Star upright, okay? Because again, the Star is all about what you think it is, okay? It's about your thoughts, just like the Eight of Swords. It's not like affected by an external energy here, okay? The Star is all like the law of attraction, right? It's all about how much you believe if something's going to happen or not, right? Whether you believe it or don't believe it. You're right both ways, right? So I'm getting here that the reason you're holding back, one of the reasons you're holding back, or you're, just not wanting to, run your horses really quick because you already are losing the hope. You don't even know if things are going to move forward, or you don't know, you're confused if this is the right time to converse, etc. Okay? But yeah, with the Star in reverse here, if you try and see things from a more positive point of view, and if you try to see things that, things will happen at the right time, and divine is at works, then I'm getting more like Libra, if you change your approach, things would work out. Six of Cups here, there could be an ex coming back towards you, reconciliation, with the Sun here and Three of Swords here in reverse. Someone who makes you very, very happy, okay? But I don't know why, but with the Sun here, I'm also getting a wish come true, okay? But yeah, why is the Knight of Swords in reverse? That this could be someone you ended things with, and you don't have hope that things will work out, okay? But I'm getting with the Sun here, regardless, with the Sun here, I'm getting something is coming in, okay? A lot of happiness, a lot of growth, expansion, clarity is what I'm getting more, okay? But it's not going to be as fast as you expect it to be. And the reason you're holding back is because you think, either you think things have ended, or you ended things with this person, okay? Now you have no faith that things will work out. But if you try and focus on yourself, like you're with the Empress that you're doing, right? Keep doing you. Clarity is coming in. Maybe it's just not over. Okay, or maybe this is someone who's coming in with a complete change and transformation. Alright, what is this Nine of Pentacles? Why is this? What is this Nine of Pentacles? Why is this the likely outcome? Ace of Swords in reverse. I'm getting someone's choosing to be single because there's a lack of clarity, or there is miscommunication here. You could be dealing with a liar or cheater. Doesn't have to be, but Nine of Pentacles and Ace of Swords is like I'm getting someone who chooses to be single, someone who realizes their self-worth, value, and only because there's a lack of clarity, or you just feel that, or it could also mean that someone who is withholding the truth from coming to the surface, okay? What is the Nine of Pentacles? What is this Nine of Pentacles? See, I mean, it just wanted to come out, right? There is a reconciliation coming in. There is someone who's coming in. But the problem here is that I don't know if you are going to choose to keep them or no, okay? Because we have the Ace of Swords in reverse here, which is again, could be bad judgment, could be lack of clarity, or could be just a big fat no. It could be just like no. You have good memories with this person. But yeah, I think you're choosing to be on your own. So that's what I have for you, Libra. I hope this reading resonates with you. Leave your comments below, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.